Stop driving around with dull and faded trim. Today we're going to show you guys a quick and easy way on how to fix that, only using 2 products, so let's get started. The key to perfect long-lasting trim always starts with the prep. Now before you paint a car, you got to sand it, right? Before you wax your car, you got to wash it, right? When it comes to your trim, it's no different. When it comes to trim, you want to make sure that you thoroughly clean it up before you apply a coat of dressing, otherwise it's not going to bond. Now in order to deep clean your trim, you want to use a product like Nonsense All-Purpose Cleaner, and you want to pair it with a brush. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get some Nonsense and just spray that all over the mirror here. And then I'm also going to spray some directly into my brush, and then we're going to start scrubbing the surface. Now, one of the things about using a brush in the first place, as opposed to just using like a microfiber towel, is that the brush has these bristles that's going to help us get into the texture of the material. This plastic is not smooth, and it actually has more of a texturized kind of surface to it, which we're going to need the bristles of the brush to help us get into. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue scrubbing this up, and then I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off once I'm done. So we just finished cleaning up the mirror, and now I'm going to mask it off with some masking tape. That way you guys can see what a clean and conditioned side looks like versus a side that's just cleaned. Now don't get me wrong, having a clean side without any kind of conditioned look is cool, but I'm going to show you guys a great way on how to make your trim look like brand new without that greasy look or any kind of greasy feel. One other thing that I did want to mention before we go on to coating this is don't make the mistake of assuming that by washing your car, that's enough to clean your trim. It is in a sense, but with your trim, you really want to make sure that you thoroughly clean it up, because that's really what's going to allow you the ultimate bond whenever it comes to applying your coat of dressing. Speaking of dressing, here we have our HydroShield, which is our vinyl, rubber, and plastic ceramic shine coating. So it takes everything that you know and love about water-based dressing and infuses it with the power of ceramic. More so in the sense of the hydrophobic and UV protection that you expect and know from ceramic coatings. Now, one thing I didn't want to say is the shine of a ceramic, because the thing about HydroShield is that it provides more of an OEM look. So as you guys can see, the trim right here, it looks pretty decent already, but we're just going to slightly enhance it, just going to add some depth, some color, but mainly and most of all, protection. Protection in the sense of UV protection, because you know, we're out here in the hot sun, we're in Southern California where the sun is always shining and your trim is always susceptible to damage from the harsh UV rays, and it's also going to protect it against water. So for those of you guys out there who live in rainy conditions, you know, the last thing that you want to do is apply dressing that's not going to last you in the rain. This right here is built to last, and it's very easy to apply. All you have to do is simply shake it up, ensure that it's on the spray setting, and then what I like to do, I'm going to spray away from the trim, that way I don't get overspray on there, is just give it about a couple sprays. I'm going to do about 4, and then we're going to start applying it. So I'm going to start applying it to this side right here, and then the trick with HydroShield is that you really want to work it onto the surface, or sorry, into the surface. So what I mean by that is you almost want to like massage it. You don't just want to apply it on there and then just kind of let it sit. You actually want to take the time with your microfiber applicator and just, you know, work it in as much as you possibly can. Right here, I'm just making sure that I'm not hopping over the line. That way we get a nice hardcore before and after. But as you guys can see, it definitely adds a ton of depth. The shine, it does look shiny right now, but that's just because we're applying a liquid onto a dry surface. But over time, in about the course of about 5 minutes, it'll dull down back to its original look, just kind of adding more of a depth instead of that shine. So we just finished applying a coat of HydroShield. What I'm going to do right now is actually just let that sit for about 2 to 3 minutes longer, and then I'll be right back with you guys to show you the results. All right, so it's been about 2 to 3 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a fresh, clean, and dry microfiber towel, and then simply just go over the area. And this is just to ensure that we pick up any excess product sitting on the surface, because remember, we want to ensure a dry to the touch finish, and this is a great way to ensure that by simply wiping off any excess that can attract dust and debris. Now it's fully dry to the touch, no greasy feel, no greasy look, and now I'm going to take off the tape to show you guys the final result. So as you guys can see, it looks much better. You have more depth, more clarity, and last but not least, if I rub my glove onto both sides, you'll see that the product does not smear. You don't have any kind of residue coming from the side that's conditioned onto the dry side, letting you know that it's bonded perfectly. This right here is going to last you easily months to come. And just like that, guys, it's that easy to ensure that your plastic is looking good for as long as possible using this combination of products. Obviously, we started first with their Nonsense all-purpose cleaner. We cleaned the plastic before with a brush to ensure that it's thoroughly clean. And then on top of that, we applied a coat of HydroShield ceramic shine coating, which is a ceramic water-based dressing that's going to provide excellent shine and protection for months to come. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a huge thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you guys want to pick up your bottle of Nonsense or HydroShield, you can pick them up directly on our website at chemicalguys.com or at your local detail garage store. Right there. Right there. Anyways, I'm Joey, this is Chemical Guys. We'll see you guys next time.